so late. This is the first time I've ever been late for one of my streams. And it's old age, man. It's old age. I was thinking I was supposed to be on in another hour. I looked at my watch. I'm like, I got an hour. Needless to say, do not have an hour. I am supposed to be on now. My goodness. I am so sorry.
In a world where only 8 kingdoms.
Mi culpa, mi culpa, mi culpa. We're going to watch the trailer, get started. I am so sorry. Oh, I am so sorry.
In a world where only 8 kingdoms remain, a battle was forged to decide who would rule them all. Asap Lina, Dave Brencho, The Chill Comet, Bolt, Kili Valentine, Benibra, Ella Glio, and Hannah Witter with the commentary of Tiberian 64 and Sudaku's Chess. Who will win? Who will shed a tear or two? Watch the Mayhem Chess Tournament starting this May 3rd at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Who will bring home the bacon? Or the ham? Well, you know what I mean. Time to castle. No! Mouse slip!
Sudakus, did you notice? That was a mouse slip. That had to be a mouse slip.
You're right, Tiberian. That was a mouse slip. What a game changer!
Hey guys, hey, how is everyone? I am so sorry I'm so late. Mathurian, hi. Chris, haven't seen you in a while, my friend. I'm glad to see you back. My mod. I was working on the Mayhem tournament with Sudakus on the phone, and I was thinking, yeah, I got time. I got another whole hour before I have to go on. And I'm downstairs talking to my wife and my daughter after my phone call, and I'm like, what? It's after 8. 8, I go on at 8. Had to run up here and get started. I am so sorry. Me culpa, me culpa, me culpa. I guess I'll be running late tonight. Oh my goodness. This is the first time I've ever missed my session. I was this late. I highly apologize to all of you. I am so sorry. Hey Mathurian, how is the weather out there? I'm going to fix up this screen. I'm supposed to be doing on a one-on-one lesson with our good friend Bolt, one of our competitors. But I also haven't heard from him. So, and I don't see him streaming. He might have forgotten that he rescheduled for Monday, in which case we will go over other things. We'll have a nice conversation. We will cover some other topics. We will be able to do all those things. So I'm not using a green screen tonight. I thought I'd change it up and see what you guys think. I've been asking, but nobody has actually given me any opinion one way or the other, if they like it or not, like it more, like it less. So we'll see. I'll continue to do it without the green screen for a little while longer and just see what you guys think. There. All right. And we can cover some materials. We can also do question and answer. I've been meaning to do that. Answer any questions you guys have about chess, whatever you want. My last lesson was 17. Well, that was a while ago because, we were just cooking. We were just cooking. And we had to stop cooking because I had to prep. I had to start getting people prepped for the tournament, which is what I'm supposed to be doing tonight. Like I said, with Bolt. So we'll see if he still shows up. I have the Zoom meeting open in case he does. Meantime, like I said, we can open up the questions and see if there's anything you guys want to cover. I would happily work on some puzzles if you want to work with me on some puzzles. I don't know how much you'd work with me, but you can watch me lament my poor puzzle acumen. We can go over games of yours. So if anybody wants me to do a game review rather than a full lesson, because we're still hoping Bolt shows up, You let me know what you want to do. I'd be happy to do whatever it is that comes to mind that you want to do. I see that a lot of you are online, so we can definitely play games. Hopefully Murph shows up. I see he's online at Lee Chess. But so until you guys tell me what you want to do, and I'm watching chat, so I'm hoping you tell me what you want to do. Oh, I do have some new things for you. So I need someone, if you don't mind. Chris, you'd be proud of me. I created this one so people can learn how to. I could just do Discord and they can join. But this one, I need someone to test. I need someone to click that link and see if they can download the image and if it's something that they could print or use. It's the bracket for the tournament. It's dropped. It's out. It's live now. Everyone can see who is going to play who.
In a world.
See who plays who in the first round. As you see on the screen, these are our 8 contestants. We have the seedings. We have the schedule. We know who's going to play each round. Awesome, Chris. Thank you. So that bracket you can print out, download, good to go. And there he is, the man himself. Hey, Bolt, yes. How are you?
Hey, sorry, I sent you a couple of emails. I was on like right at 7:55, and I was like, I know we rescheduled this, so maybe it just popped off. Like he didn't get it set on his calendar.
Totally me culpa. My fault.
No worries.
I was talking to our good friend Sudakus about the Mayhem tournament, working out some details. And I totally lost track of time. And I thought I looked at my watch and I said, oh, okay, I got an hour. And I even sent you an email and said, hey, you want to get on 10 minutes early? And then I sat down with my kid and I was like, wait, it's 8:50. Yeah. 8:50. Oh my gosh. Ran up here and got started. So totally my fault.
No worries. Time flies.
Oh, it's like I also looked down at my watch and misunderstood, forgot what time we actually do this. So
no worries at all. I'm good.
It was really bad. I felt really bad. All right. Good. So you've been playing on Lee Chess a while now. I'm liking this.
Yeah. So I switched over mainly because chess.com is sort of obnoxious about 10-5, right? Like you have to manually enter it because they only really have 10 minutes for rapid.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I've just been like I tried searching. You can manually enter 10-5 and you can search it. Okay. But truly, it's crazy the amount of players you would think would be able to find you a match really quick, but apparently not that many people enter 10-5. So Lee Chess all the way. But I will warn you, some of my recent games on Lee Chess were ugly for more or less external reasons. Okay. Mainly I was trying to play with like my kids running insane around me, and yeah, I just it was a little wild, but no, in general, I mean, like I've probably lost more games than I played. I think I've dropped a little bit of rating, but in general, like I feel pretty good about my play. Like I had a game with one of your students, and I can't remember exactly what his username was, but he suggested.
On Lee Chess?
Yeah, it was, and it was a 2-day per move time.
Oh, okay.
So it was a really long, drawn out game, and I pulled some cheese on him at the end and won. Very, very lucky. He had me absolutely crushed, but there was a glimmer of hope.
Okay. Hey, Chris, if you mean the Discord link. I don't know anything about the timers, so it's probably not unlimited. I have no idea. We'll need to, if you give me a link to stick in the Nightbot, I'll do that. The other link is a picture. So, Bolt, I sent you an email with the brackets.
I saw that. Right.
So I put it in my Discord, and I just put it on my chat so people can download that image and be ready to fill it in. You guys need to fill out your brackets. We only have 1 week left. You can only do one per day. Hey, Chess Wizard, thank you for the reminder. Chess Wizard was nice enough to say, where are you? All right, I will copy that one if I can, Chris, and I will fix my Nightbot to allow that one. How's that? I will do that right now with you guys even watching me because I am not proud. I'm not. I make mistakes all the time, and I made one when I was late for this class. I can't believe I was late. There, I've updated it, Chris. That one will work, guys, for joining the Discord. But now I have one. Thank you, Chris. I have an unlimited one. All right. So, Bolt, I watched your lesson this morning. I did watch your lesson with Sudokus.
Nice.
I was working, so I didn't listen as well, but I watched it. It was on in the background.
Yeah, true.
What areas do you want to work on? I think this is your last lesson before the tournament, right?
Yeah. So really what's interesting is, and I guess depending on where I play, like I guess a lot of the games I was winning from like mating with pieces on the board. And what I've realized is that I really shy away from simple in games because I'm legitimately just not good at it's stuff like opposition and like pawn king in games. Like,
well, we can definitely go over end games. I went over end games with one of your combatants.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to go over end games, we could do that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I want to go over whatever you. I want to open it up to you to see where you feel it would benefit you the most, since we have a short amount of time.
So I feel very confident in terms of like having pieces versus a king, like like mating with various pieces. But in terms of like maybe even a majority pawn versus like 3 versus 2, or like basically just your simple end games, right? Like to get me more comfortable in trading, because I have this. Lead Chess has these amazing analytics, and one of the things I've noticed is that I lose a lot if I trade my queen. And we're not talking about like, I hardly ever trade it like, with like, I think we're talking even material here, right? Like a trade that may or may not, like, if it's a valid trade and not me blundering it, I think that's how they consider it. I lose a huge majority of those games.
Okay.
And I think it's because, well, maybe there's a mental aspect to it, but I think also, I think it's because we're simplifying to an end game and I'm losing the end games.
You're simplifying to a lost end game.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, like not I won't say an obvious win, but basically something that looks like I should win. I feel like I'm not converting.
Okay. And do you want me to look at one of those games to see what you're talking about?
Yeah, I wish there was one. Let me see if I can actually find the name. I think I remember.
Hey, Chess Maraki, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I was talking at the time. Want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Ellen Chess, thank you for the follow from the other day. I've actually checked out her channel. I think I actually rated her one time. But I think she might be a good one for our next Mayhem tournament. So yeah, if you could find the game that you want me to look at, I'm looking for an end game. I see one you lost to a back rank.
This is gonna make me sick. It's against. I'm gonna actually paste it in your chat.
Oh, you can just tell me it.
Okay, it's against Leviathan.
Did you have white or black?
I had black.
And how long ago was
it? This isn't it. This is just me blundering my queen. Sorry.
Okay. Don't want to look at that.
Oh, there was a game this day though.
Looked like you had a nice game draw that looked like it happened against Diego Dapp. That was 22 hours ago.
Huh.
Yeah, I see some wins in here.
It's funny, I didn't realize this, but I'm literally playing like the same people over and over.
Yeah, well, maybe time of day and.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I guess I don't normally look at names.
You lost to a back rank mate against T Viggs.
Yeah.
21 hours ago. You beat Money by High. And you beat Lartar 10. How did this game end? Black resigned. Interesting. I'm looking at the position. Oh yeah, he's down a whole rook. And then you have the draw we could look at if you want. You lost to Justin Bars. That didn't look like you lost in the end game. Looks like you lost in the middle game.
Yeah, I'm finding the same thing.
Why don't we start going over the end game, and then you'll play a game against one of our viewers.
Okay.
And
yeah,
then
let's look at in games, or just in general. So, oh boy.
Hola, Flavio. What, did you find one?
No, I just joined the study.
Okay, and you found the study?
And I found the line of pawns.
Oh, good. Wow, you're good. Are you watching my stream? How'd you know what the study was?
I think you sent me an invite to it.
I did. It automatically sends you an invite.
Okay.
I said the same thing, Flavio. I said the same thing. All right, so let's play a game. Do you want white or black?
Either or. Black.
Okay.
Let me do black.
Okay, so this is a study. So we can move. I can move black pieces. You can move white pieces, but we'll refrain from moving each other's pieces. But we can take moves back and look at it and analyze it. You do not want to have the computer engine on.
Oh, right. That's just this little check. Yeah, that's turned off. Okay.
It should be red over there. And then I would not look at all the other moves that are still in there because I haven't cleaned them out yet.
Okay.
I just need to clean them out. I just haven't done it. All right. So you said you want black?
Yep.
All right. Let's play. Let's see what we can learn together. I'm going to throw in a little music in the background. I've been toying with a music site I've been using. Supposed to be totally DMC free type stuff. So, are you copying me?
I am.
Shame on you. I'm so sorry, everyone. I was late. I'm going to probably have to scramble to get myself. I'm going to probably have to scramble and get myself my water, which I left downstairs, at some point. Probably when you're playing. I'll wait for like an hour, and when you play on one of our viewers, I'll run and get some more. I am so sorry, guys. I've never missed my start time. This is the first time, and I don't know how many times I've streamed. I should go look that number up. I think I should celebrate like 100 streams or things like that. You know, something. Now this is interesting. Oh yeah, I'm getting close, Chess Wizard. I gotta figure out what to celebrate. I'm thinking about celebrating like 100 hours of streaming. I don't know, it just sounded like a good thing to celebrate. Yeah, I saw the follow. I thanked him or her for the follow. Definitely saw the follow. Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did. Oh, is that the one with the handed brain? Ah, accepted? Okay. That'd be great. Yeah. After the tournament's over, Flavio, that'd be awesome. I look forward to your assistance in setting that up. You're the man. You are the man. No doubt about it. No way around it. No way around, no doubt about it. I knew what we were doing here. I'm not so sure.
We're just pushing pawns, man.
Pushing pawns, he says. Just pushing pawns.
I don't like it.
So we have a private lesson. Well, private. I always say private lesson, and it's like open to the world. Let me turn on my lights, too. With our man Bolt from the tournament. So if you want, I have a downloadable bracket that you guys can check out. You can print it, you can fill it in, but you can also fill out your brackets that I have given you online. It's available. Don't miss out. Use those brackets, man. Yeah, there's brackets that you can fill out, and the winner gets a 6 months Tier 1 subscription to the chess streamer of their choice. That's the prize for the viewers. We have prizes for the players, but we also have a prize for the viewers. Don't miss out, guys. Take advantage of that. Fill it out. You can fill it out every day, once a day. Person that's the closest to correct wins. And if we have more than one that is tied, we will do a drawing. We have a drawing we have a first place for the tournament. Bolt is in the money, in the running to get 20 subs, 20 subscriptions for himself. And then we also we're giving away 20 to the winner. And then we have two drawings for competitors to have the opportunity to get two drawings for competitors. It'll come to me. Give me a second. My brain is slow. Oh, two drawings for 10 subscriptions each. So we're going to give out subscriptions to 10 different people. Yep, so 10 subscriptions drawing to two different of our streamers.
Ugh. Yeah,
a lot of prizes. 3 out of 8 will get either 10 or 20 subscriptions as a gift, and then a viewer will get 6 months.
Yeah, this is about the time that I resign.
You shouldn't. You could get. Ever watch Eric Rosen? You could get stalemate.
Yeah, true.
Now
I'm not gonna get it as long as this pawn is right here.
Yeah, we could stop because this is a learning thing. But when you play in the tournament, please, if I see any one,
I wouldn't resign here in the tournament.
If I see any one of you 8 resign, I'm going to be totally unhappy. All right, so good. It was a good game, right?
Yeah.
So some things you noticed that I did and you copied, which was good. But then you noticed I did some other things, and I think you had some opportunities. But we're not going to worry about it. We're not going to analyze the game. We could play another one real quick if you want, but I think it might be better for us just to talk about this position.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So first of all, who wins, or who loses, or who draws? What's the outcome do you predict?
Best play, white wins.
All right. And what's black hoping for?
Draw.
Do you know how to carry out either one? Do you know how to play as black to try to get a draw? Do you know how to play as white to get a win?
I did it at some point.
Okay.
But this is again why I like to work on this, because what I feel like if I've gone through the drill on chess.com or something like that, like I can get a hang of it like really quickly, but it's something that's sort of fleeting. Like
so if I gave you rules to follow, you think that would be easier?
Yeah, exactly. Some simplified way. I mean, I know that generally I want to oppose the other.
I do have simplified rules for you.
Okay.
But now you got to tell me. I tried this with another contestant. I'm still trying it out on people. I have this theory that if I show you how to do something right, and show you how to do it right, and show you how to do it right without telling you the concept or the principle or the rule, that you would remember it better forever if you figure out the concept, principle, or rule on your own.
Fair. So you want to just
try it out.
Just go.
You play white.
Yes. So I think I've lost already. Yeah, let's reset it. I mean, I think this is lost unless, well, actually no, because I have the pawn. Okay. Yeah, I think it's unfortunately lost. I think because I've gotten to the 5th rank, I think I'm beat. Because otherwise we're just gonna repeat here. Yeah, pawn's too far. So you're drawing here, and you're gonna keep doing this by anytime I line you up, you're gonna back up. And then you're just gonna oppose me, and then yeah. Draw!
Very good. All right, I will play white.
Okay. Quit bullying me. Bully.
So right now, I call this the magic position. This is the magic position.
This is what you want.
Regardless of whose move it is, white wins.
Oh, interesting. It doesn't matter his turn.
Correct. So right now it's black's move. Go ahead. You made a move. I'll let you make a move.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah, and I can't catch your pawn before you sneak him by.
Okay, so now wait, we're gonna change this just a little bit. Now it's white to move. Right? That was black to move. You lose quickly, right?
Yeah.
Now it's white to move. Black just took the opposition. Your move.
Wow. Okay, yeah, and then I have nowhere, I can't back up. So I'm forced to go back. And then yeah, I have to yield. Very cool.
That's the magic position. Right? You get white again. You get white again.
Okay. Why did this work out differently?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, your move. Now, that's the magic position. Doesn't matter whose move it is. You win. So what was the difference? Go ahead and finish it. Let's make sure you know how.
I'm trying to think because I was playing black. Right there.
Very good. So what's the difference? So let's start over again. Go ahead and move.
Yeah, I think the difference was the last time I broke opposition.
What did I do here? No, back up one. What did I didn't come up. I'm being tricky. What did I just do?
Is that okay? That's why is that the first move you made last time too?
Nope. Last time I came up.
Okay.
So what did I do?
So you didn't move forward. You just
but
you just
you know
strafed.
You know what this is called?
No.
Called the distant opposition.
Okay.
Anytime I can move, if I move my king and create an odd number of squares between the kings.
Odd number, okay.
That is called the opposition, an odd number of squares. When it's one square, which is still an odd number, then it's called the direct opposition. If you do it to the side, like diagonally, that's indirect opposition. There's still only one square between us.
Okay.
If you go sideways, that's still indirect opposition. There's one square between us. This is called direct opposition. If you push this pawn up here, it's a draw. Now your king cannot get in front of the pawn. Remember, you need to be in the magic position here on the 6th rank, king, pawn, and my king over here. But it doesn't really matter where my king is. You need your king in front of the pawn on the 6th rank.
Right.
So if you push that pawn 2, you just took away your king. Your king can't get here. It's a draw. But normally the way that it would go is you'd go here, I'd go here, and then you go here.
Right.
Because you just made it my turn, which means you stole the opposition. And once you steal the opposition, you did chess fine. If I do this, you just push the pawn. And so you're good, right? If I go back here, you take the opposition. You don't have to push the pawn yet. As I did, like you said, I was bullying you. I pushed you all the way back to here, and then I could
and then you can move.
Push the pawn, and I know I win no matter whose turn it is.
Cool. Yeah, I'm following.
That's called the opposition, and the opposition forces your opponent to give way when it's king against king. So whoever is the one to be on the move, it's black's move right now because white just moved. So white has the opposition because it's black's move. The way back here, I see what most people do wrong is things like this.
Right.
Or they do this, and they do this, and then they do this even, and they go, no, actually, they don't do that. That one they can't mess up. But they go here, and then they go, all right, I'm in. And of course, they don't. Hey, Sly Chess, thanks for the raid, my friend.
Yeah, I think this is where we ended up just a second ago, and I knew that I could move at least one space to regain. Correct. But that's it. Like, that's your only, like, burner, really.
Right. You went here with one space, and that got you were there. You have the opposition there. But if you don't have the opposition, then you're lost. So we're working on endgames, guys. We're doing a one-on-one lesson in case anybody coming from Sly Chess's stream is expecting to play me tonight. Tonight we're doing one-on-one, but my student both will be looking for an opponent in about 40 minutes. Half an hour to 40 minutes. All right. So that's that one. How about, let's take a look at this one. What's the outcome of this game?
I'm not sure. It seems like it's very. I think maybe best play from black would draw it. Maybe. Can white win this?
Are you asking me, or
yeah?
Are you trying to figure
I'm
out?
I'm asking because it seems like.
No,
I mean, it
white
seems like
cannot win this.
Okay.
Not unless black plays horrible, which I've seen happen. I've seen black run away all the way to like the other corner and say, I don't want to be anywhere near that pawn. So, I mean, I won't say that it's automatic, but yeah, there's no way for white to get black out of there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if the king is in front. Doesn't matter who has the opposition. I'm not even going to come up here and play if I'm black. It just gets to this point, and the game is a draw.
Right.
You push the pawn down, king goes here, it's a draw. And the reason is that the king can't go off the board. Remember that technique we have with the pawn here, the king here, and your king here, or actually it was king pawn and your king here, and the king would have to go off to the other side. There's no other side. So this is a draw. Done. It's a draw.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want this one here. I got to move these around. I still didn't correct these. All right. Take a look at this one and tell me who wins, or if there's a win or a draw.
One, two, three, four, five. Let's see. I guess I would need to do it from here.
Hey, Mac Daddy.
If I could get within 5. Oh, I think this is a draw, but I could be wrong. I mean, I'm using the square rule here.
Are you using the square rule? Show me the square rule.
So, I mean, if I'm pushing my pawn, so the pawn has to go 1, 2. Oh, actually, I'm forgetting the first move. Sorry. I can go 2 the first move. Tricky.
Let's say we do. Now, teach me the square rule.
Well, it's just like your basic geometry. It's whether or not the king can reach your pawn before you promote. Right, and it's if I'm let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's in the square. So technically, the king is going to get to the pawn before it can. Or
so I like that. You said in the square. So if I draw, there's 4 boxes. I go out 4 boxes. I go down. That's my square. So
correct.
It might be easier for you than counting. Is all I have to be able to do if I'm black is step inside of that square.
Right.
Anywhere in that square. I could be coming from anywhere, go anywhere in the square, and I can catch the pawn. You don't have to count. You don't have to count. It's 4, 4. Here's my square. If my king can step in, I can stop it.
Yeah, and so that was the second thing I looked at was whether or not the king could get here.
Yes.
And that doesn't work either.
Right. The white king can't get. The white king is slower than the pawn because the king is only going to go 1 and the pawn gets a double move on the first.
Right.
All righty. Not that one. Not that one. I'm looking. I got them in here. I just got to find them. And I got to move them over with the other ones because for some reason they're all discombobulated. All right. So this is the magic position I told you about.
Right.
And that's a win no matter who moves, right? All right. What's the outcome of this one? It'd be white to move, I believe.
I mean, it looks like a draw, but this is me trying to like.
Why does it look like a draw to you?
Well, because you can't push this pawn. I mean, I guess you could. How many moves does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I feel like by the time I get here. No, I can't. I would have to get all the way around, right? I would have to get all the way back here to be able to like.
Let me help you out. These pawns are untouchable. When you have 2 connected pawns against a king, it's
right.
Gold. It's gold. They are.
So it's gold pawns. Because he can't take, because the second he takes the root of the pawn chain, I can just immediately push and promote.
Correct. So can't you just take?
So you just vacuum them up and then you come over.
Now.
Okay.
Now, what happens now?
Oh. So this is different. It looks like the magic position, but it's different because he can't actually move to the side because.
Right, but he could just come here.
He would have to come here,
and then he could go there and he wins, right? Okay, but let's say black plays a little better, or let's say white plays differently. But anyway, no, that's still a win. Okay,
right?
No, this should be. I mean, it should definitely
be a win.
Yep. The only thing I would tell you is that you can even give away a pawn, right? Like you could say, "Take me."
Oh, nice.
Right? So don't feel like you have to keep that pawn. There were situations where if you try to hold on to that pawn, you'll actually end up with a draw. So we said rook pawns are like auto draws almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want rook pawns. We always want to have non-rook pawns if we can. Rook pawns are very hard to queen. Non-rook pawns are much easier to queen. Okay, good. What's the outcome of this game?
Sheesh.
And it's white to move.
So I have to move. Yeah, I think this is. So the white, I mean, you're really kind of stuck moving your king, right? Because can't you constantly oppose because you're taking these squares? I have to move here. If I move there, you move here. I mean, white's definitely closer to promoting, but if I move one of these, I think white can win this.
Okay, go ahead. I'll play black.
Maybe not. I mean, I think if I play a pawn, if I push a pawn forward, I think it has to be. Yeah, I think you can just close it down wherever I move.
Okay. Would it help you if I told you white wins?
Okay.
Would that help you?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm lying. No.
Let me help you. But maybe yeah. No. I love it.
Would it help you to know that white's winning?
Maybe, but I mean, intuitively, I'm looking at this and I want to move that center white pawn. But
so here's the thing: if black moves, I get to draw. If white moves, white gets to win. This is the equivalent of though when you do a puzzle and it's white to move in a puzzle, you keep working at it because you know right there's a good move because it's a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's not a puzzle and you're in a game,
right, you don't know, right?
Right,
it's way different.
You might either make a mistake and lose this game, or you might offer a draw when you had a win. So the beauty of endgames, for me, I love endgames because of their simplicity, but at the same time they are complex because there's, like right now, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 possible moves. Only one of them wins. Only one of them wins out of 4. Now that's better odds than sometimes. Sometimes in an endgame there's 8 or 9 or 10 moves, and again, one of them wins, and the other 8 or 9 might lose, not just draw. They might lose.
Yeah. So the first thing, I mean, the outside. Like if I move this seems.
So this one we're not going to waste too much time on because it's a trick.
Close.
It's a tricky move. And once you learn it, you memorize it, you don't worry about it. Okay? So rather than you having to figure it out, you don't have to figure this one out. I'm going to tell you the answer.
Okay.
It's G6.
Okay. That's, I don't know if I saw that somewhere and that's what kept popping up in my head, but that's what I wanted to do. But yeah, the conversion here.
I didn't say I was going to tell you everything. I just told you I would tell you the right move.
Okay, this is...
Now you can figure it out. Hey, creative minds. I think I forgot to tell you hello. So Chess Meraki, if you're still out there, I hear we're going to do Hand and Brain after our tournament. It'll be awesome. It'll be fun. We're going to probably do ours in Spanish. I do that to learn Spanish on Saturdays.
I feel like I'm missing something here. Either it's just really late in the day.
Oh, it might be. It is late.
I feel like if I push forward, that's a bad move because you could just take it right back.
Okay.
And even if you take that back, that's great and all, but I can't push this one forward because you're blocking me, and I can't push it. I can't retake this because you'll just take me back.
Okay.
And then I'm stuck. So that doesn't seem good.
Okay. So we've decided this is not the move.
Right.
Okay. You only have a few to test.
Yeah, I know, but like every single pawn changes what can take and what can and what allows. Yeah, so it's the deep dive here. So if I take here, black can just push forward, right? That
actually would be the better move. And we'll talk about that later, why the correct move will be to push for black, not to take. He could take also, but if he takes, it'll be a draw. If he pushes, black wins. So that's, what are we doing? This wins for black.
Okay.
I mean, so now you only have one legal move.
Right, and you're just going to cut me off.
And then I'm going to get this pawn, and I'm going to eat that pawn, and then guess what? They're untouchable, remember?
Oh, look at that.
They're untouchable.
Right, so again, that was...
So you said this doesn't work, this actually loses, this actually loses.
Right.
Okay.
So there's only really like...
Two more choices.
Pushing this one forward.
Well, let's check the other one. What happens if you take here?
So if I take here, I assume the play for black is probably to take back.
Yes, not to push.
Right, to take back.
If I push, you go here.
Right, and then you take, and I can push the middle pawn.
So yes, the correct move would be to take back. You'd have nothing else, and you have a draw.
Right, right.
That's a draw, but you have a win, I told you.
Right, so the only other move left is to push forward, and
when you've removed all of the possibilities, then it must be the impossible must be true.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one's like clear now, I guess. But yeah, you push forward. You have two things you can do as black, which is either to take this one or to take this one. Either one, like, is going to leave something free. So if we take this one first, you can just move forward.
Very good.
And if you take this one,
very good. Very good. You figured it out all on your own. How'd that feel?
It feels good. Like I love the feeling of getting an in-game right. It's the same way I feel when I get like a good move, or like when I match an engine line on a pawn move in mid game. It's like the same sort of feeling, right? Because I truly do feel like there is such a huge percentage of chess matches that are won with the pawns.
Okay.
And it's like I think it sort of is like a little bit of a curse. Hey, what you doing? I don't know if you can see her.
Nope.
Can you see her?
Nope.
You see my dog? My dog just jumped up here.
Oh, okay. Nice.
She's staring at me. Anyway.
Yeah, pawns are beautiful. I agree with you. Pawn endgames are beautiful things.
But it stresses me out because I realize, like, yeah, I mean, people gambit them at the beginning, and it's a positional game and stuff, and they kind of get lost, and then all of a sudden they become very important. I mean, there is a reason why grandmasters care a lot about protecting pawns in mid game, right? Like, there's a major reason. Like, it's not just, you know, because it's high level chess. It's because it's literally coming down to pawns.
Gotcha. No, I agree. This is black to move. What do you do? We just saw if white were to have the move that white wins, so what if it's black to move? So let's say white makes the mistake of move. Well, I can't do it because it's black to move, but black to move. What do you do?
As black? I mean.
Oh yeah, it's black to move. Flip the board if you like.
Yeah, let me flip it. Doop. Yeah, I'm gonna assume. Well, actually, this is a little bit different, right? Because you can, as white, you can slide down the board. I don't like that. Okay. I mean, I'm going to assume that it's the same thing, but this might be a dangerous assumption. How do we do this? I'm thinking about it mirrored now.
Hey, TK. You keep trying that bot, the lurk bot. What do you want it to do? Because I could probably set up my night bot to do it, but I don't know what you're looking for. But I don't have a bot set up for lurk. So you're going to have to tell me what you want. What you really, really want, what you want, what you want, what you really, really want. Wow, you are daring.
Yeah, that doesn't quite work because you're closer.
Yeah, or even...
Yeah. You're closer. Same approach doesn't work.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
D6.
Same thing, but you just play.
All right. That loses too.
God almighty.
Take your time. All right, now.
I get it.
Now, who do you think has the chance to win here? What would you do if you were white? It's white's move.
If it's white's move, I think I would move the king. I would try to slide the king over, but it's only because I don't want to make a move. Because if I move my pawn forward and lock it into place, right? We've already shown that black can come eat my pawns and actually push it.
Black has all the winning chances. White has no winning chances.
Okay, so white doesn't have it. The only winning chance is if black completely screws something up, which we've
correct. So what would you do as white? It's your move.
I actually don't even. I don't even know. Yeah, because at this point it's just like I'm just pushing. I just bring you along for the ride. You're just closer to my pawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so basically the only other thing left that I can think of is to take, and you would take back, and at this point, like it's not the unbeatable.
Go ahead. You're white. Let's see if you learned anything so far. Very good. Now what's the rule? You know the rule here?
I'm trying. I vaguely remember something. I do know that like once you line up, I can safely move back. Like if I'm in line with you, you move in front, I can safely back up. The whole idea is right to position myself just like I would black in the other one.
So what you just said scares me. You never want to back up.
Okay.
Never want to back up. Only if you're forced, and you still never back up.
If you're forced, and then you just refuse.
Yeah. So go ahead. You're black.
Okay.
I'll show you the rule. A white's move. So I'm going to stay in front of the pawn. I'm going to stay as close to the pawn as I can, pretty much at all times. And when I can't stay close to the pawn, I'm going to take the opposition. So it's your move.
Okay. Yeah, like just from that previous.
All right. So I cannot go here anyway, but I don't want to. I want to stay in front of the pawn as close as I can.
Right. And then this is just going to be.
Now I cannot take the direct opposition, so I stay in front of the pawn.
Okay.
And if you come up, I take the direct opposition rather than back. I never back up. I don't want to back up.
Okay.
You check me, I get in front of the pawn.
But now, this is basically the same scenario as white, where you said basically you never want to double push your pawn because that's where that pawn was.
Yeah, exactly.
Same position.
And so now I had to back up. I never want to, but I had to, and it's going to be a draw because we're in the opposite of the magic position. This is bad magic. This is mudblood position. This doesn't work. You can't. Black cannot win.
Right.
Black cannot win because he says check. You come over, it's stalemate.
Right, and then it's stalemate. Gotcha.
So the key to that, though, the key way back here to the draw was two parts. The one is you got to take the pawn so that you only have one pawn. Again, if you do this, he takes two pawns, and two connected pawns wins easily.
Right.
The other key was, this is fun. I could have played around some more, like go here. Where would you go?
I mean, I think this is wrong, but I'll tell you what I first thought about because I feel like it's instructive. That was the first thing I thought.
Not wrong. It's fine. It's not right. It's not wrong. That's playable. Go ahead. You only have one move.
But yeah, one move, and then you're just going to do the same thing you did last time. Okay. Take opposition. Right. So but right here, you're good. Right here, black is still fine after he takes, right?
No, it's a draw.
Or no? It's a draw. Okay.
Fine is debatable. It's a draw. But if I can get you to go here, and I take with opposition, I win.
Ah.
Remember we talked about one square good, one square bad type thing?
Mm-hmm.
So all the way back here, we go here. Let's say, we go here. We could go here. You could go here. I could go here. And then you could go, if you think you got to keep straight, you lose.
That's tricky. I see how that, yeah, I got you.
This is a life hack for that, Hawkins. There's a life hack for that. So that's where black, if black knows the situation, black can say, well, let's see if you'll follow me. And if I go here, I'm sorry. If I go here and you follow me, then maybe I'll try going here. I'm wanting you to go here. I don't want to go here and block it. I want you to go there.
And that, to me, like that seems
here,
very
I'm like,
reasonable.
dag, he didn't fall for it. And then it's a draw. But if you make the mistake, this simple, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares you can move to.
I see.
8 squares you can move to. This one loses the game.
Sheesh. And it's there, right? Like
yes.
It's not quite obvious where you went wrong.
Nope. These four, you're in the game. In fact, you draw because the next move you move here. If you move away, then it gets iffy. So now where do you go? You should lose. Right? Because if you go here, we take the opposition, you lose. If you go here, we take the opposition, you lose. If you go here, we take the opposition that you lose. If you stay back, we come up. You could take the opposition, but then we have removed the throwaway.
Oh, right. Yeah, because you're on. Yeah.
So back to it again. You have 8 choices. Right?
Right.
4 of them lose. 4 of them set you up for a draw.
Right.
You got a 50% chance.
I like those odds.
All right. That's why I love endgames. All right. Let's see. So let's talk about this endgame. What can you tell me about this situation, and what do you think is going to happen, and how is it going to happen? White to move. Yep. Good quote, Chess Wizard. Han Solo. Never tell me the odds.
Yeah.
What's going to happen in this game?
Well, so White's clearly got the advantage because he's got the pass pawn.
Does he? Where's the pass pawn? I don't see one.
Well, he didn't have a pawn in front of him.
What's the definition of a pass pawn, my friend?
Yeah, whether or not you have an opposing pawn, right?
No.
I was pretty sure that's what it meant. Whether or not you have a pawn on the same file.
No.
An opposing pawn.
Close. There can't be a pawn. There can't be a pawn on any of these files.
Oh, really?
Correct.
So, oh wow.
Think of a pass pawn as meaning it's free to go. So if this same pawn were here, all the way up here, that pawn were sitting here, this pawn doesn't matter because it's equal to it, so it can't attack it ever. So this would be a pass pawn if it was here. This is not a pass pawn. This pawn would take you off. And imagine a black pawn here. I had a black pawn here and a black pawn here. That pawn has no chance of getting to the end. That is not a pass pawn. Sorry.
What if the pawn's down here? Or what if the pawn's beyond? Right? It's only the stuff directly in front of you, right?
Correct. It's this box.
Okay.
There can be, for this pawn, there can be no black pawns in this box.
Gotcha.
So, what we call this is not called this is definitely not a passed pawn.
We'll just call it a pawn majority on this side, right?
There is definitely a pawn majority, 4 versus 3.
But what would you actually? Is there a label for this outside pawn?
Yes, that's the potential passed pawn.
Okay.
It's the pawn that has the potential become passed. It's extremely important that you identify the pawn that has the potential to become passed, because that pawn needs to be out front.
Right.
The general rule is that pawn should be out front.
Because in order to
become passed.
Right. Yeah.
We want it to become a passed pawn, and many times he gives up his life so his neighbor can become a passed pawn.
So that was my first idea, but then again, I feel like some of these are designed to trip you up.
No, the puzzles I'm giving you are not designed to trip you up. They're designed to help you learn.
Yeah. So I mean, my first move would have been here, and
go ahead, make it.
Okay.
And so let's say what we would do, right? Let's say we take. Hey, you can see chat, and it doesn't matter. No, I don't know. I don't know if he's watching me. It doesn't. We're doing a lesson, so if you chatted answers, we do that all the time, Paulcom. You can put in what you think the answers are. No problem. He doesn't normally see it, and 2, he's not looking, even if he could, because he's trying to learn. But the average rating for the Mayhem tournaments, I could get you an average rating. I didn't figure out the average. The maximum rating was it 1200 for chess.com elo. Even though we're playing on Lead Chess, it was a 1200 chess.com elo, and we range anywhere from 1185 down to 400 and change. So, are you winning? Can you win this? Do you feel comfortable?
So I got here earlier, and while I was looking at this position, and it seemed like it was losing, right? Because my pawn's too far here. You're cutting off this. I can maybe
that would
try
be
to
totally true if there were no pawns.
No pawns, but like, yeah, okay.
But we don't go backwards.
So
black doesn't go backwards voluntarily. White doesn't go backwards. Keep that in mind. King pawn endgames. Your king does not retreat unless forced. Either king.
Okay, well, I also don't want to leave the pawn.
No, you can push it. You can push this pawn.
But if this was closed down and this is all we had left, this is drawish.
No.
Right?
No.
It's not?
No.
Even if they
let's
don't
do
have
it.
pawn
Let's
moves
lock it
there?
up. Let's lock it up.
Okay.
Okay, it is white's turn, right? It is black's turn. You play black. Yes, the king is a superhero in the endgame. King is the most powerful piece on the board right now. And even with other pieces, it is a very powerful piece.
I mean, so you don't want me to move backwards, but if I move here,
I said unless you're forced.
Okay.
And that would be forced, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay. Because you're right, we would queen before you do. You'd have to go take this one, get out of the way, and we'd queen. And the beauty of it is that one queen, even if you have two black pawns, a queen can stop both pawns.
Huh.
You're doing fine. You're doing the way that you're supposed to stop a pawn. But is it dawning on you the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I can't maintain opposition. I can't.
You stay in front of the pawn. You stay in front of the pawn. But what's the problem? Take opposition. You stay in front of the pawn. This would be stalemate. But I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. And now I win without even trying. My king can run over here and stand over here in this corner, and you can't take these pawns, right? But I mean, right. I can't really because I need to come over here and help one of them go. But the point is, you can never take him.
Right.
So this is an easy win right now. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you think you would win this game easily as white?
I gotta say, I think my confidence level would be fairly low, but...
Well, let's make it higher.
Okay.
Tell me what you would do. This should be hard for you to mess up, but you can mess it up. In fact, let's make it a little harder on you.
Yeah, I mean, I can't leave the base pawn here.
What did I tell you about going backwards?
I just went sideways.
Still not forward.
Well, I can't. If I move forward, okay, I see. Same deal, right? You can't take here.
Yeah.
I suppose. Okay.
Yeah. What do you care? I can't take there. Why are you going to protect it? I can't take it.
That's right. That's sideways, not forward.
It's a general rule, but it's one I think you need to use. Yes, okay. I can't take this pawn. Why go bother with that pawn? Okay.
Yeah, now I'm seeing that.
All right, you're fine. You're fine.
Huh.
Oh, stalemate. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, great. That's why I'm not confident right there.
Oh, okay. Okay, wait.
You got me paranoid now. I can't move backwards, and I'm having to...
Wait, you have 8 moves again to choose from. 8 moves to choose from. You pick the only one that stalemates. Are you with me? You had 8 moves. Do you agree? Count them.
Yeah.
Actually, there's only 7. 1, 2,
right, because I can't
3,
move
4,
there.
5, 6, 7 moves. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves. You pick the only one that stalemates. So how hard should it be for you to look at the moves and say, okay, I can't stalemate. Guess what? That's the only one that stalemates. Don't do that move. All right. So now, any other move doesn't stalemate, but what's the move to win?
I guess there's only one.
There's only one that wins quickly, yes. Da-da! Or ta-da! Maybe I had the wrong inflection. You don't seem happy.
No, I'm like this is why I hate. This is why we're working on in games.
Yes.
They made me feel this big.
Don't let it bother you. You're right there. You had it. You just have to take your time. If you had 2 minutes left and you're in this position, right? 2 minutes. Even here, 2 minutes. Take your time. And even if you use 30 seconds per move, remember you're getting +5, right?
Right.
You say, okay, that's safe. He goes here, you go. If I go here, that means he has to go here. You see this?
Right, and then you can just move straight up.
It's forced, and I win. So that would have won. If you go here, you could say, well, he goes here.
Just don't go there.
I can't. If I go here, his king goes. All you have to do is say, if I go here, where does he go? Well, he can't
go anywhere.
He can't go here right now. In fact, if we passed, it would be a stalemate because I've taken away both squares. But the hard one to see is if you go here, that he can now take here because right now he can't go there. So you have to see that, oh, but if I go here, he can go here and then I'm in. But so
I think
maybe it easier would have been here for you to say, here for you to say, oh, if I go this way, that's the only move he has, and then I can right. That would have been
this seems much more like intuitive the way that you play, but I don't know why I wanted to check you.
I don't either, but either one wins.
Yeah,
but you just have to be a little
truthfully, it's funny that I walked into stalemate because that's literally why I was checking you here. so I try not to.
But then you didn't check the next one.
I didn't check the next one, and that's the one.
So if you checked again to keep away from stalemate, you would have been good. Because you're right. The simple rule is, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen. He can't go here. He can't go here. I'm going to check him. Because the worst that can happen is it'll be checkmate if I'm wrong.
Right.
Not stalemate. It'll be checkmate because I'm checking him.
Right. And I think the move that I missed here after looking at this was now once I move up here, he can take, but then I move my king.
Yes.
You definitely don't want to promote right after.
No. And sadly, I've seen people do this.
Right, and then promote.
I've seen my kids do that all the time, and I'm like, what are you doing?
So that's actually what I saw, what freaked me out early, and so I just instant moved that instead of actually seeing what would happen.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
But still, again, like small, minute details that make a world of difference.
It makes a world of difference. What's the outcome in this one?
Well, I know I have to keep my pawn alive, that's for sure. It's like the one definite thing to win.
Okay, I didn't ask you how do you play it. I asked you what's the outcome, my friend. What's the outcome?
Well, no, I'm just thinking out loud.
Okay, I'm good then. I just want to make sure you're not like figuring out. I go here, he goes here, I go here, I go here. I want you to look at the board and by rules, by principles and rules and concepts, tell me what the outcome is going to be. You did it on the other problems. You told me what the outcome was going to be.
Yeah, I think this is winnable. From white.
Okay. So do you want to show it to me? You could be white. I think white goes. Yeah, white goes first. Go for it. Hawkins, which one are you talking about? Because there was no E7s. We were working over here on these wing pawns. It must have been a long time ago. Oh, okay. Long time ago. Like, that must have been a really long time ago. Stalemate. I have no moves.
Oh my god. Again, the same one.
Don't move my king. You gotta move your pieces. One way to win. I'll just keep moving. I'll just keep moving this king over here, and I'll win.
I mean, the other stalemate is if I did this.
Yes.
That's the one I keep seeing, and I think it's funny. Again, I was looking at one stalemate and missed the other one.
Okay.
But what? How can I?
You can't. The
Okay.
draw.
Damn. That's sad. Ooh.
All right, let's try this one. What's the outcome? And please remember, I do have little kids watching sometimes.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one wins, but again, my confidence levels are low here.
Okay, so if the bishop is of the wrong color of your queening square, the draw.
Right.
The draw, even though you have a bishop. If the bishop is the queening square color, you win.
Okay, that's interesting that a pawn, because like I do know that like the knight and bishop version is much more difficult, I guess, because it covers such.
But we're not trying to checkmate with the bishop and the pawn. We're trying to queen the pawn. So if you were in a situation, right? If you were in a situation where you had black had a white bishop and white had a pawn here, right? And let's say the king were here. Mm-hmm. I would not in this position. Sorry, go to this game. In this game. If white had a pawn here and black had a bishop here, you with me?
I'm with you.
Black should just take the pawn. Bishop would take back and black can say draw.
Okay.
Because white cannot force a draw. If he lets white keep the pawn, he might win. But if he just takes the pawn, sacks his bishop for the pawn, it's a draw. This one, though, is a win. This is a win because the bishop is of the same color.
Same color.
You need it to be. Now watch what happens.
Hey, you covered both those squares, so he has to move out.
He has to run away.
And
he can come back. Go. He can come back. We don't care. He gotta run away.
Perfect.
Game time. Easy game.
Yeah.
Easy game.
Yeah.
But the same thing doesn't happen with this one because there's no way you can take away that square and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter. Stalemate. You can't both get me out of the corner because it's a dark square. And your king can't chase me out of the corner because there's no other side of the board for me to go to. It's a rook pawn. So if that same pawn were way over here, and that bishop was a light squared bishop, it would be a win for white. This is a draw.
Okay. Very cool.
Yes, I agree.
And easy rule there too. I like it.
Yes. So, rules that we've went over so far is that rook pawns are hard to queen.
Right.
Rook pawns are extremely hard to queen. We went over the magic position. This is the mudblood This is doesn't matter because it's a rook pawn. So it's the magic position, but it's not quite magical because you can't get to the outside.
Right.
This is the magic position, the Hogwarts edition magic position. We like that position. All right, let me see if there's any other. I should have had, oh, there was a really good one. Can I find it? I don't see it here. I could have sworn I had it in here. Oh, this is so depressing. It was a game actually that my daughter played, which was a great one to go over endgame play. And unfortunately, I don't think it's in here. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it and put it in here later. All right, so the rules we went over, and we're gonna do it in here because if I do it on another board, you'll never see it, right?
Right.
So the magic position, this does not work. This is a draw because it's a king and rook pawn. Again, the king can get there. The rule of the square, you do not have to count. You just have to draw the square. If the king can step in on his move into the square, then you can catch the pawn. All right, this is just basic checkmates, and you should know.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody needs that one today. We're working on endgames. Okay, so we talked about the rule of square. We talked about the G6 pawn, either side you move. But really what I think is more important for this one, not so much, the fact that black can draw by pushing this pawn is black to move, but that if white messes up, all white has to do is not trade and push, and it's a win for black. This now became a win for black because you gave black 2 pawns to eat, and he's going to have 2 pawns to come at you.
It's really interesting, like the psychology here too, because for whatever reason, I'm like positive. I don't know if I've ever been punished by doing that, but I think for whatever reason you're just like I think I've had end games where I just said, "Oh, just lock it down," right?
Right.
But if I'd been playing someone who knew what they were doing,
you could have lost.
Which is just kind of interesting because the same sort of thing, like just take the other pawn, simplify it down, and then it's locked down anyway.
But it really depends, right? If white had the let's say black's king was here and white's king was here.
Right, different, right?
Because then you would want to keep the 2 pawns. Then you'd want to push, because if you can take these 2 pawns, you win easy.
Yeah, it's all about who can
let's say you were to
pawns.
trade and you only have 1 pawn. Now the good news is, even with the opposition, your king would be in the magic position, right? Okay. So if your kings were back here on the 8th, 6th, and 8th, right? If the white king can run over, it doesn't matter that black even gets the opposition. That's still the magic position.
Oh,
white wins. White wins. Right? So here you would want to trade it because white wins. But if it were further back here, anywhere back here, where you don't want black to get the opposition, it would be a draw. But because we're on the 6th rank, when we take, it's going to be a win. And that's why that magic position is so critical to know, because if you have this situation, you need to know that, right?
I see.
All right, I'm going to very quickly, give me 1 second. I'm going to actually build that position. Okay, and then I'm going to move it into our study. And then I'm going to drag it up here with the endgames, because I like it. All right, do you see, so you're on that puzzle, right?
Yes. So, yeah, in this case, right, I can take, and then I'm moving. Doop, 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 magic position.
So it doesn't matter. It's a magic position. You're still going to win.
Yep. Bam. Pawn. Pawn. Up. Bam.
Easy
Love
breezy.
it.
Easy breezy, right?
I mean, yeah.
All right, hold on one sec. We're going to take this. I'm going to put this back in my board editor. We're going to modify it just a wee bit. We're going to give the same benefits. We're going to put this back in our study because you're helping me improve my studies. Thank you so much. I do these so I can teach with, and you're helping me a lot. Where'd my other one go? There it is. All right, so how about this one? Play this one out.
Yeah, so this one I think you want to keep the 2 pawns. Or I would, just because it was... Oh, interesting. You also...
Now, let's say I made a mistake and I went here. What do you do? I've already told you I made a mistake, so that might help you clue-wise, right? Right? White. Yes. See what just happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to make a move. And it was a bad, like, if it forces the king to...
That's right. And if I go here, where do you go? Yeah. So I'm in trouble already, right? So your move. And let's try here.
Yeesh. I think I have to move here, or it's...
Did you just move backward?
I did.
What'd I say about that?
I mean...
Well, no. What did I say about moving backwards?
Well, there was one point where I had to.
When? I missed it.
I mean, I don't have to move backwards. I can move sideways, and then you're going to go in the corner, and I can move here.
Yes. And what's this called? What did you just take?
Opposition.
What kind?
Direct.
Direct is in a straight line going to the queen. It's called indirect.
Oh. Wait,
indirect,
straight.
It's still opposition, but it's indirect opposition.
Oh, because it's horizontal?
Side. Yes. Okay. Yes. The only one that is direct opposition is straight on.
Okay.
All right. So this is indirect opposition. Pretty direct, but it's indirect in the sense that you're not keeping me from going side to side. You're keeping me from going. Now I can't go this way, but it doesn't matter. Right. The concept is still there. You're making me give way so that you can come up here. And I take opposition. You don't care.
Right, because I can just take.
I take opposition. You don't care. Now you get to go backwards.
Okay, right.
Taking the pawn, you can go backwards. Go ahead and finish it off.
Oh, interesting.
Very good. I want to see if you do it. Very good. So yeah, I love this. This is a good example. Sorry. Whoa, what is that? That was like I renamed the wrong chapter. Yes, I sure did. Wow, that was just strange. Okay. So this one should be not. I renamed the wrong one. Okay, this was the one I wanted to be 7A. Yeah, I really like, because the difference is just one rank back, right?
Yeah, and now I wonder if we went back to that position and you you got it down to 1 pawn.
Yeah, let's do that one. Because that was the argument, right? I told you I told you that you shouldn't do 1 pawn. Why? Because it gives you less chances to win, right?
Right. Yeah. In my mind, like, it's when you can get in the magic position, and it's obvious that you can get in the magic position. That seems like the best choice. But it does seem like in the other cases, like if you can't work it all out in your head, then going with the 2 pawns is probably
yes. If you know you can get into the magic position, you're golden. Is this the magic position?
It's not.
That's right. And you know what this is?
This is a draw.
Very good. Because black,
this is a draw.
Because black has the direct opposition.
I somehow left the study. Okay, now I'm back.
And black has the direct opposition, and so this pawn will never queen.
Right.
And you see why if the black was here, this would not be the direct opposition, because the pawn queens easily.
Right. Right.
The direct opposition is to stop the pawn. So that's why this is the only one that's the direct opposition. There's distant, there's distant opposition, there's indirect opposition. All of these would be opposition because it's an odd number, but it'd be indirect because they're not even straight at them. This would actually be from here. That would be opposition also. But none of those matter because they won't help stop the pawn. You want direct opposition, and because black gets the direct opposition, and there's no way for white not to give up the direct opposition, right? You can't fool around even, because I don't care. I can go with you. You can go back, I can go back, and you might even mess up, and I might be able to take your pawn. And then
that's why you don't. That's a clear example of why backwards is bad.
Yeah, you don't go backwards. You don't go backwards unless you're totally forced to. Forced, not like I don't know what to do, so I'm going to move backwards. That's not forced, right?
Right.
Awesome. So opposition is key to winning, and I love these 2 problems side by side because one is a win if you trade, and the other one is a draw if you trade. And this one is a law. What was it if you push, we said? That's the wrong one, isn't it? There's this one. Oh, the other one was when we were way. No. The other one that was like it was this one, with black to move, right? With black to move, you wanted to make it 1 pawn to get the draw, not 2 pawns.
Right.
Yep. You want to make that 1 pawn to get the draw, not 2. So those other 3 work out really well with it. I'll put them up here with. What one is that? What are we looking at right now? I can't even tell what chapter I'm on.
This is the one starting on the A and or starting on the 1st and 3rd.
Yep. In game 3, it's called. So we'll just move these up. I'll fix the numbers. All right. Excellent. So opposition, right? You want to gain the opposition. You want the potential passed pawn is the one we push first. So let's go to one of those for you. That's how a castle. That's a checkmate. King plus rook. That's tactics. More tactics. That's not endgame either. Where's my endgame? I've lost it already. Oh. No. Where's my endgame? Oh, where's my endgame? Remember the one with the 4 pawns? The pawn majority?
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay. So this is the potential pass pawn. We want that front and center. If you do this, now this pawn can't go forward.
Right.
Now you should be able to like force it now, but you're still not in, and you're going to have a lot more trouble. And actually, even from here, black can do things like this to keep, again, you from pushing. Because this pawn wants to push, but you got to get this one here to support it.
I see.
So the bottom line is, the pawn that should be moving first when you have the opportunity is the potential pass pawn. And that's why this is fine, You don't have to, because this one is already high enough up that, and this one is covering here. If this were back here, might be better puzzle if this pawn were here, because then you cannot allow this pawn to be pushed. Even with the pawn minority, you can't allow that pawn to be pushed.
Okay.
That would make life miserable for you.
Okay, so if the pawn was back here, you would want to make this move. You would want to make the move to G3
first. Let me
first.
fix that and bring it right back to the study. That's the power of Lichess right there.
Yeah.
I just rebuilt it and brought it back to you with the pawn in the other square.
Right. So you want to make this move first.
Right. Yeah, because it's white to move, right? And if white does something like this, you could do this and say, "Oops." Now, unfortunately, you're still going to get really close too fast.
Right. I was gonna say the king can get there.
Right. Maybe if we put the king there or something, but because we're already giving you 4 to 3. It might be nice to have the other one, but yeah, the first move for white can be this, right? And create a passed pawn, or it could be what you said, but you can't sit back and just hang out.
Right.
All right. In fact, again, if I take that to the board editor, and we even take that pawn away, and maybe put white here. I don't know. I don't want to make it this way. White should still win. It's just a question of how. So I like that. We'll put that in the study. We'll get rid of the other one. So there. How's that? A little bit better?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Right, because you said this is more of like a timing game, though, right?
Yeah. I took away your pawn majority.
Yeah. I think it's still. I'm still going to play this.
Okay. I can't let you get a pass pawn. Now I have a pawn majority against your pawn. That's going to become a lot more interesting, right?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about pushing my pawn, but I need to somehow make progress, right? Like.
Yeah. So you're making me want to change this puzzle one more time.
Yeah, I know. This is like super interesting, though.
Yes. I want to put that pawn here now. That would become very, very interesting. Yeah, if that pawn were here and it was white to move, you could do this, because if he takes, you take, and then your play would be to push this as soon as you can. But your other play would be, if it was here, you could just push it, but then he could push it here.
And then what? Yeah, then you're.
Yeah, wow. Well, that's the beauty of chess. That's the beauty of endgames. You should be able to do them without a computer, because there are so few choices. But yeah, that was this would still be the right move. But it would have been nice if this pawn could have stymied these two, because the correct, but this is the correct one, right? This is the one that's a potential once this pawn takes back.
Right, and then it's a foot race, and actually it looks like black can get there fast enough to kind of halt white's, but I don't know if white can come around fast enough to stop the black pawn. And if the black king tries to support the other potential.
Isn't this interesting?
I mean, yeah, it gets really complicated really fast. Oh, look at this, though. This is just...
But he gets the queen too quick.
Right, too fast.
Yeah. So I don't know. With white to move, he could probably... Well, then I think you'd have to come over with him. Now you can't go there because of the pawn.
Right, and you don't want to move backwards.
Do you not want to move backwards?
Sorry, I'm just going to have nightmares about moving backwards now.
Yeah, you should. Now, look at white. White is stuck.
Right. And black can just trot on down the board. Right? I don't. Yeah, it should be.
I mean, if you do this,
unless you overcommit to that white pawn.
Yeah, I mean, you can start pushing, but you're not.
Right, he can close that gap too fast
because you're in that box.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the way over here, and you're already in.
Yeah, it's a bigger box.
All right, how about we get you a game?
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. But we want you to play an endgame. Just trying to think of how to get you an endgame game.
So let's go back to that first little exercise that we started with. I'm curious as to what is your general strategy here? I mean, I feel like white.
Let's talk it
through. White has the advantage. Are you just trying to create smaller versions of your 3v3s?
I'm trying to create an imbalance and then a pass pawn. So I start off with that. Your move.
Okay, let me flip it again, because otherwise my brain will start malfunctioning. So I
bring my king into the game as soon as possible.
Right.
I continue to bring my king into the game as soon as possible. And then I'm trying to make it an imbalance. So if you take this way, then I have these 4 against these 3. Now you have these 4 here against these 3, so it's an imbalance both sides.
Right, but you're always first to move, which is the tricky one. So I would almost rather you make the first move.
Okay.
Which is why I think I played this, but my problem scenario came when I pushed the other side, because...
Well, no, I think, actually, I think our game is... You can find it probably...
Oh, you were winning. You had the untouchable pawns somewhere.
I did end up with the untouchable pawns. That is not our game. Yeesh. Can't find it. There's so many variations now in here because we've played it so many times already. I don't even know where they are. King to e3, and then I have no idea what king. It was queen to d6. Okay, and that is not what I did. See, that's what I'm saying. Finding the right.
Look at all of them. Wow.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because I've used this a lot. And we can always just get rid of it and start over. But anyway, I think I did that. I think you did that.
This looks right. And then I want to say I did this.
Yeah, I think it was something. I might have had a pawn here or something. And then I think I just... I think I remembered what I did. I did something because I ended up with 2 pawns here and I gave you 1. I let you take a pawn because I was trying to make a pass pawn, but it shouldn't have worked.
Yeah,
it should not have worked, by the way. Well, let's say I take there. You
right, so
you have to do something. So this would be bad. This isn't what happened, but this would be bad because now I have a pass pawn.
Right.
Look.
That's it.
You see? That's a pass pawn. Before that, it wasn't a pass pawn. So yeah, this would be bad just because the check, you're still going to lose, right? If you don't take, then I still get a pass pawn.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So that would have been really bad. I don't think that's what you did. I don't remember if I did this.
Well, actually, no, that would have been okay, right? Go back to that where you, then I played here and you play here.
Yeah.
Is that what? And you said if I.
What are you going to do?
Okay, yeah, you're right. I have to take it.
Yeah, because if you don't, it's still a pass pawn.
Right, and even if I'm here, you got this deal.
Now, yeah, I'm up a whole pawn. I'm up a whole pawn and it's passed. So now I ignore this one and I try to fight with these, and you're going to have to eventually fight, or my king is so powerful, I can overcome those.
Yeah, and at this point I'm just too slow.
And I can leave those. I don't care. I'm going to work over here now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frustrating. But generally, so you're just trying to create an imbalance, and once you create the imbalance, you commit to the side with the majority.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to win a pawn. I want to win a pawn or create a pass pawn. I am happy for either one.
Okay.
I'm happy to create a pass. Hey, if I win a pawn in this game, I'm way ahead. Doesn't mean I win, as you saw, if all the pawns come off the board, it depends on opposition and the magic position. Hey, Chess Wizard, I checked. The only thing I saw was no prob from you. Is there something else I'm missing? Oh, okay. I'll go check it out. I'll check it out. Chess Wizard has a endgame that he says might be a good one for us to look at together. I will look at it, my friend. I believe I can just push. I believe I don't have to either. Just do that. For me, it was trying to figure out what the best course was. Now, you could have tried throwing in a check here.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have made me have to back up. Then you still have to take, and now this is where we're stuck at. And this might actually get you a draw. You notice I did not lock that up?
Right, so you can still
get over here and slack. Yeah, I need to be able to take them. So I think that might have been a nice play on your part when I took.
Okay, to go for the check.
Yeah, because then I have to back out. Right? And so I back out, and now you take, and that's all locked up. You can't get through, and I can't get through. That's that, but you're losing anyway. And taking here, you actually let me come in this way.
Oh, right, okay.
So now I'm going to eat him. I'm going to eat him. So just as a general thing, right, that would have been a nice tactical play on your part. If I didn't have a passed pawn, we would have been getting into a drawn endgame. Right? If this pawn were in here, then your king can come over and protect.
Right.
I can lock it, and if I lock it, nobody's getting through.
Yeah, and the major problem here is that my king is responsible for keeping this guy in place, and I can't protect everything.
Absolutely,
it's just overworked. I got you.
This is the one problem you have.
Right, and it happened at the very beginning.
So again, you could play this as many times as you want. I could even do tournaments where this is the initial setup. Let me see.
I think this is super valuable.
Oh, okay, he's got a game. Let me throw it into our study, and we could just look at it real quick. So it's white to move, obviously, because he's in check. But if you look at it, we have 2 versus 1. We have 1 versus 1. This is not a passed pawn, and this is not a passed pawn. This is not a passed pawn because there's a pawn to the right, but this is a potential passed pawn. This one is not a passed pawn. And then there's 2 against, well, none directly, 1 indirectly. And you have opposite colored bishops. So who would you rather be, black or white?
Who is it to move? It's white to move, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think you can, Chess Wizard. If you can, go for it. If you can, do it right now. I don't know that you could set it up. It's M Bolt 35. M Bolt 35. But I don't think that you can actually set a position on a single challenge. But if you can, that'd be awesome. See if you can. But anyway,
you can.
Which side would you? Oh, he did.
Yeah, I'm black.
All right, let's. I'll go watch you. And later on, Chess Wizard, show me how you did it. That's awesome that you could do that. All right, play it out. I'm gonna go grab my water. I think black might be winning. I'll go get my water.
Man, the bishops really complicate this, don't they?
That's pretty awesome. I gotta find out how you did that. I gotta see how
Casual game from position. Lead chess is the bomb.
I'm telling you, that just makes me like it even more.
Open source software, man.
I can't do that. Can't be giving away free pawns. Pawns are too valuable to be giving away free candy. This is awesome, though, that you can do this. I've got to do this. This is great. What a good teaching tool. Thank you, Chess Wizard, for finding that one. I know I could do tournaments this way. I didn't know I could do an individual match this game. This is awesome. It's bad though, because I just want to move all the pieces for you, Bolt.
Yeah, I know. I should challenge you.
No. This is your list. I just can't. It's hard to like not want to move the pieces. Just a fact of life.
Yeah, this is really tricky. And yeah, I probably threw away the pawn that I needed.
Yep. You never want to give away free candy ever, but never in an end game. Unless it's because you're about to queen the other one. Beautiful, Chess Wizard. Excellent. I could have guessed that, but it's so much nicer you telling me. I'm going to use this. This is a great teaching tool. I'm definitely going to use that.
Yep. This is what I mean, it was symmetrical, right?
No, not exactly. I mean, it was definitely not symmetrical. Because you had 1 against 2 over here, you had 2 against 1 over there, you have different colored bishops on other sides of the board. If you had 2 against 2,
it was a mirror. It was a mirror across
like
the
a
center.
Reverse. Yeah, almost like a reverse mirror. I'd buy that.
Right.
I'd buy that. I noticed one thing with you, and I don't know if it's all the time you play, if it's only in end games, but you've been very passive this whole time.
It happens when I concentrate.
You did launch one pawn all on its own to go and be aggressive by itself, which was a mistake. But other than that one rook pawn that's tried to do it all on its own, it was like a little, what do you call them, the hero? No. It's the ones when they try to be a hero and they shouldn't be. But anyway, he was like, I can do this all by myself. And then he's like out there by himself. But other than that, I like it. Very good. Now we're getting in. And it's almost like he forced you into that, right? Because you didn't have too many other choices.
No, I didn't. I did not.
So it looks like, in my estimation, you should be able to get a draw out of this. We'll see if it happens. And you might be able to get a win. Very good.
Abandoned pawn.
Yeah, but now you have the opposition, which you don't need. Indirect. Ah, you missed an opportunity.
I did.
Oh, big time.
I see.
Big time opportunity. You took a square. You took a critical square away from your king.
Yeah.
You'll still be able to get to where you need to get to, but it's going to be a lot harder, and you might have troubles.
Yay. Stuck in place. I just did it again. Oh, God almighty. I should have gone the other way.
Well, you should not have pushed the pawn. You should have put your king where the pawn went to. You would have gotten over to the pawns very quickly. Remember, you're down a pawn, so a draw would be a good thing. How can you get a draw out of this?
By not sitting in front of my bishop with the king.
Yeah, probably not. Probably a bad thing sitting in front of the bishop. So now what? Think. Very good. You might still be able to come out of this alive. You better start. Yep, you got to run that king as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Wow. Give me a choice.
No, he just blundered. I don't think that was a choice. I think that was a blunder.
No, yeah.
He's either being very nice to you, because he just made your draw really easy, and maybe you can even, well, no, you still don't have a chance to win. But he just made the draw very easy. I'm gonna have to check with my student why he did that, because that made life easy on you. No, you couldn't. And it should have been a draw probably, but you're making the draw way too easy. I wouldn't have given up that pawn. One more pawn that if he trades off everything, you might be able to get over and snatch his pawn before he snatches yours. And it's a draw. Nice job. And,
I'm surprised that it wasn't, that it didn't end after the pawns were gone.
It did. As soon as this
okay, yeah. There was just one pawn. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
So it's a forced draw. So last thing I'll ask you, we got our 2 hours in, even though we started late.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
very much.
Perfect.
Quiz question for you.
Okay.
You can have a king and a bishop, or you can have a king and 3 pawns against a king and a bishop. Which one do you want?
I want the 3 pawns. Easy one, right? Because you can't win with a bishop. You can win with the pawns.
Yes, and also the 3 pawns are actually equal to a bishop, right?
Yeah, material-wise, yeah.
Point-wise. Ah, very good. So king and 2 pawns versus a bishop?
Same.
King and 1 pawn versus a bishop?
Same.
Yeah, still same. Still same. That's how valuable pawns are. And that's why back when he gave away the pawn on his e2 because he said he couldn't stop your king from getting to g3, I still wouldn't have given away the pawn. I would have plopped my king and just... I'd still a draw. Still should have been a draw, but why give you anything?
Right. It makes it way more difficult.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Once you gave away the pawn, then it's like you don't even have a pawn now, and you got to try to win my pawn now. So yeah, he gave you the advantage, which was weird. Cool. Very good. Very good. Was that helpful? Did that help you?
Yeah. No, I mean, it was, because I think one of the more difficult things for me is just coming up with sort of like, not even like I have to follow rule set, but just a general rule set.
Okay.
To like stick to in game, and I generally think, I mean, like there's all these things like opposition and maintain the opposition, but there are like special cases, right? And like seeing examples of those, I think was really helpful.
So do me a favor, click on, before we go, click on puzzles.
Okay.
Puzzles. And then where it's on the left, it'll say theme in blue.
Oh, puzzle themes.
And then on the right, the third one down on the right-hand side says pawn endgame.
Oh, right. Oh, nice.
Click on that. And you can start working on those. What level is it at?
Where can I see the puzzle rating?
It's on your left. So did you do puzzle and then did you do pawn endgame?
I did.
Okay, so on your left, you should see your puzzle rating. The word
Which
pawn
is
endgame.
15. Yeah.
And then below that, an endgame with only pawns. And then below that, it says jump to next
Normal.
puzzle immediately. Normal. Change that to easiest.
Okay.
All right. So I want you to try to get 10 in a row on easiest.
Okay.
If you can get 10 in a row on easiest, in a row, if you miss a couple, you get 10 in a row, that's good. Then bump it up to easier.
Okay.
If you get 10 in a row on easier, don't keep going. Bump it up to normal. When you get to the level that you can't get 10 in a row, correct? Settle down. You can either jump to the one below it, get 10 in a row, and then again try to bump it up to the next level. So you still get 10 in a row, feel good, confidence. It helps you get those stuck in your mind, and then you can move to the next one. And you want to do that so that you're always challenging yourself, but you're not doing them where it's so easy that you're just like getting 30 in a row and not really benefiting. You want them hard enough that you're not able to get 10 in a row, but you want them so that you are getting 3, 4, 5 in a row, miss one, get 3 in a row, miss one, get 4 in a row, miss one. That's a good level.
Okay.
And you could do that, and that'd be like playing that match, but yeah, that'll help you go through it. Another tool I like in Lichess is their puzzles.
I really like this. The fact that you just not only easily select the theme, but also the difficulty.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All righty. I'm moving too fast, obviously, because it doesn't like what I did. All right. Any questions?
No questions.
Awesome sauce. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.
I did.
I look forward to you guys. The tournament is on May 3rd. Don't miss it. If you guys didn't already get your brackets, here they are. You can download the bracket by clicking on that link, and you'll see if you haven't looked at it yet, but you could see the lineup, who's going to play who. You get to see it all, guys. Just click on that link, And there's the bracket. If I go maybe to full screen, you guys can see the whole bracket. And I would have to change it so that it points to the right screen. All my errors. There we go. So there's the bracket. Oh my goodness. So the first round, Bolt will be playing Keely Valentine. It will be
Bathtub's optional.
Huh?
Bathtub's optional.
Oh yes, it's optional. Yes, good call.
I asked Sudakis if I needed to find a working bathtub in the house. He said if that's the case, then I'm getting a margarita before commentating.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And you guys are playing the first match.
Okay.
So it'll be you against Keely Valentine at 10 a.m. on Monday, May 3rd. I'm looking forward to this, guys. All right, I have a lesson tomorrow with Ella Glio, our new player. I haven't met her yet, so I'm looking forward to that. I will be doing that tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I hope to be here on time, 8 p.m. I won't make this mistake again. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for your patience and your forgiveness with my tardiness.
Oh, no worries at all.
I appreciate it. All right, I will see you all later. Have a good night, Bolt. Good luck on the tournament. Work on those end games. That was good.
We'll do it. Thanks again for your time.
Hey, anytime you want it, you let me know. But after Mayhem, because I gotta make sure I get everybody else covered. Are you gonna stay on at all? Or are you getting offline?
I'm gonna take off. I gotta do some dinner and say goodnight to kids and stuff like that, and then
sounds good.
I might be back.
I need someone to raid then. Flavio, who should I be raiding? I can raid XCT, but he's not even doing. No, he's offline. So, all right, I'll see you later. Bolt.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, good night. All right, Bolt's gone, but I have no idea who should be. Benjamin Feingold is on. Resident. Oh, I used to watch The Apprentice, but she's doing Resident Evil instead of chess. GM Canty isn't actually a GM. I believe he's an IM wanting to become a GM. Oh, is Big Herb Gaming on and I don't even see him? What am I doing? Is he streaming right now? Why am I not following this guy? My bad. Well, let's first just go ahead and raid that young man. I do like him already. I didn't even have to look up how to spell his name. You notice that? I knew that one. So I got to give him a follow too when I get there. All right, guys. We will see you later. Have a great night. Take it easy. You sound sad.